What's up, guys? Welcome back for the second last episode for the series. So, for those who've been following, this is episode number 4 of the series, and it's the last one with collab conversation. We just pulled up at our homie's house in Bowel area, a close friend of mine. So he's basically a carpenter / engineer. So we're gonna chat a little bit tonight around being creative and in the business place, and being, having a certain level of education and what creativeness, how it still peeks through. So his name is Darwin Smith. He has a page for like building anything related with wood. Man is like really talented with like making a lot of stuff. I guess it's like also his background, which we'll talk about in the pod. But yeah, we pulled up here. So if you guys can remember the last pod, Stephan gave me, or Steve, as you guys can remember, we did a trade-off for the pair of sneakers for that illustration / collab picture that he did of me. So we're gonna be handing this work over to Darwin tonight, and he's gonna create a frame. And in our last pod, it's gonna be just me and you guys chatting a bit, and I'm gonna hang the frame. So we're gonna have the full journey, the full experience from starting with the services to clean the shoe all the way to a piece of art in my space. So yeah, look, I'm gonna jump out. Hope you guys enjoy tonight's pod. If you have any suggestions on like future pods, if anyone out there would like to get involved, I think my next series we're gonna focus around like deliverable stuff. Like, for example, I know I got some stuff on me doing with tattoo artists, barbers, coffee shop owners, baristas, a whole lot of different things. So if you guys want to get in touch, we can make it happen. But yeah, I'm excited. Let me take you guys inside. I know he's waiting for me. He's busy with a project currently. So we're just gonna set up and we're gonna talk while he's busy, and I'll show you guys what his workshop looks like as well. Alright, chat soon. Okay.
How's it?
What's up, my dude?
Was it, bro?
Lekker, man. Yeah, man. I'm good. Guys, like I told you, welcome to Darwin. What's the name of your workshop?
This workshop?
Have you named it?
Well, actually haven't I? Let me think about it and maybe I'll give you an answer later.
Hopefully, maybe by the end of the podcast, Darwin's gonna figure out the name.
The workshop is currently nameless.
But that's the name of it, is Nameless.
Yeah.
Nameless Workshop. But welcome to Darwin's workshop, guys. It's actually really nice. I told him while we were setting up, I told him I want to steal it a little bit for like lighting purposes. It's actually really, really nice in here. Darwin's words is it didn't always look like this, guys. And I know it's got wood in it, but that's what a workshop actually is.
Yeah, I don't know. Sorry about the mess, but this is my space. This is where I come to unwind as much as I can. But yeah, we'll get into it.
We definitely will.
Yeah.
So for those, and I mentioned it to the lead up into this, so that one's going to be the last piece of the puzzle to our trade-off. As you can see, we're in a carpenter's workshop, if you must.
Woodworker.
Would you call yourself a carpenter or a woodworker? What's the difference between a woodworker and a carpenter?
Man, I think, I mean, carpenters, when you think about a carpenter, I think the thing that comes to my mind is like building cupboards and cabinets and putting in doors and stuff like that.
I never thought of that.
Whereas like a carpenter but I think I would say that I see myself as a woodworker. I think it's got, you're working with woodworking, and there's an element of custom and an element of art, I think, in it. You know?
It's more creative than, what's the word, form over function, for lack of a better word. So it's more about...
I think carpenter sounds a bit like commercial, and that's cool.
Yeah,
I mean,
but you identify as a woodworker.
We need carpenters. Carpenters. But
that's so cool, because actually, guys, I didn't even realize that this is like first take shots, because Darwin is actually a really close friend of mine. I actually call him family. We met Darwin. When did we meet? About?
Man,
10 years ago, Maklik. No less than that.
I think
7 years,
maybe 8. Maybe 8 years? I'm guessing.
I know Darwin for a long time. Family, brother in Christ, brother on earth. Love this guy.
Okay.
Homies. And it was such an honor to like bring him in on this, like my first series, my first workshop, and I don't think it would have done it justice if I didn't bring him into this. So it's so lekker to be here. Besides him building, like being the final piece, and this all came about like in the moment, right? So doing the trade-offs and all of this, I didn't know where I was gonna go from the trade-off from the sneakers into the artwork that Stephan gave, Stebo. And then it only made sense. I had a chat with Darwin, and he didn't even hesitate to jump in and be like, yeah, now let's do it. Let's get invested. Let's do some stuff. So Darwin is actually busy. As much as I find myself behind the PC with my day job as well, Darwin finds himself in his garage, full family. But I'm gonna let him talk about that, his own experience. Yeah. I'll let him say some stuff about himself.
Okay.
But yeah, man, Darwin, like, tell us something about yourself, man. Like, who are you? Where are you from? What have you done? This is not what Darwin does. This is not his key profession.
Yeah.
But tell us about yourself.
Hi guys. Look, it's really an honor, I think, to be on part of the journey that Chad has, chosen to take on this. I think it's awesome. I think it's a great concept to talk to people, talk to creators, talk to artists, talk to people of following their passion. And I hope that at the end of the series, more people, become inspired to, just follow their hearts. And I think we'll delve into, like, you can actually, I think there's this misconception that you have to start a business to follow your art. And the only way that you can follow your passion is by starting a business, and that's so not true.
Yeah.
I think that's a lie.
It's the other way around, basically.
So I think we'll talk about that later. But yeah, guys, I am I'd like to think I call myself a woodworker.
He's great.
Yeah, I'm a woodworker. I make stuff out of wood. I do it as much as I can. So right now it's a business that I do after my day job, call it. My day job is like what I studied for, whatever.
It's a funny statement, the day job and the passion. Name these two things.
Man,
interesting.
Yeah. So so during the day I'm a qualified civil engineer. And that's what I studied and I got into. And I mean, I love that. I love doing that. I think what got me into woodwork was, I think everybody everybody actually has a creative need.
Yeah.
Everybody has this creative thing inside of them and everybody has it.
Yeah.
Everyone has it. You even if you don't know it, you do have it. And yeah, so that's me. So yeah, yeah.
Awesome.
Is that, yeah?
No, that's spot on. I mean, like he almost opened up a whole lot of cans there, and just in the introduction. But spot on, like he said a lot of stuff, and I mean, Darwin underplays himself, man. You have a master's, don't you? In engineering, guys. Like I mean, this man is an intelligent individual, highly qualified, but he still chases the thing of his heart, which is this, you know.
Yeah.
How did you find yourself going, I feel like making a table? What is the first thing you made? Tell us that. What is the item you made that went, oh, I like drilling holes into stuff versus like, whoa, that was great. Do you remember that first item?
Man, I think the first thing I made was actually this workbench.
We're still on it.
This is actually the first thing that I made, and I mean, it didn't always look like this. It was skew and stuff, and like throughout the years, I like, solid it up a bit.
It was a working progress.
Made it a bit stable. This work table was the first thing that I made, and then the second thing that I made was a very skew veggie rack.
That veggie rack still here though. Or has that been retired?
No, it's been recycled. To say, but yeah. But I eventually replaced it with a better one. But yeah, it's.
What was the difference between? What was the thing that made you go, you want to make more? Like I mean, I use for my own example, shooting a video, right? Like I found myself in lockdown, and I'm gonna tell my story in the last podcast about like how I found myself behind the camera. But I remember that moment, man, so clearly where it's like, no matter how crap it looked, that feeling you got from turning nothing into something.
Yes.
When like what was that moment?
Man, I think the best I can probably try and explain it is, and that's what I said earlier, I think everybody has that creativeness into, and don't think creativeness is music or art or woodwork or crafts. It can be anything. You can find creativeness where you are now. I think, so to answer like what Chad was saying, like how did it feel? I think it's definitely a hard thing. It's definitely a hard thing, and you just know when you're doing what you're supposed to do and something that makes you happy is your heart is content.
Yeah.
So I don't remember what that moment was. It's probably a couple of moments, like still having moments, you know, where it's like
it is continuous.
Where it's like just like a reminder, and you do this like with any job, and you get tired. I mean, we get tired and we get frustrated, and we need like little reminders. So I don't know what the moment. I just know it's a hard thing, and it speaks through your heart, man, and you speak to it through your heart, and
that's crazy.
Yeah, it's.
You said something very interesting there now, like talking about frustrations, right? I mean, rightfully so. In everything that you do, you're gonna stumble across a challenge or something that makes you not want to do it anymore. Have you ever had that? Have you ever had something that makes you go like, yo,
man,
maybe this isn't for me?
I think it would be, I think you need to question if you don't get that.
Yeah, so it's a pushing factor.
I think you need to really look. If you don't have frustrations, if you don't have challenges, I think you actually need to question what you're doing. You're too comfortable. So yeah, with the craft, with the day stuff, with my craft, there hasn't been one project, and I'll say this, but it's fine.
There's people out here with stuff, and Darwin's gonna reveal himself.
But it's fine. There hasn't been one project that I have not made a mistake.
Yeah.
Or two mistakes.
But I guess that's the art in it, right?
And I mean, the art comes in, I guess, like covering up the mistakes.
Yeah.
But no,
no, I agree with you though.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
It's bound to happen, and I think I think the gist of it is obviously like how you get through it, and like I've had moments where I would be doing this thing, and like I'll get so angry, like I actually like through something like broken once. Like I actually broke it because I was struggling with something for so long, got so frustrated, broke it. And that's obviously like myself coming out in it. You know? So it's like, I think there's so much to like following your passion because I think people have this perception of what I've learned is like, it's not like all amazing all the time, you know? People sit at their job during the day and they're unhappy and they think, oh, they're going to start this business and it's going to be great. It's not like that, you know? It's just different. The passion actually drives you to actually deal with that mistakes and challenges a bit better. A lot better, actually. So,
Nah, I stand in agreement with that one. There isn't a video that I've handed over to someone that doesn't have, if not one, but multiple mistakes on it. But it's like, it's so beautiful, man. Like,
but
it's
mistakes
actually,
is in the eye of the beholder, I guess.
Right? And you know what's so funny is like, as the person who creates the thing, you probably are so honed in and focused on that mistake.
Sure,
and then you hand it over to the client and the client's like, oh my word, doesn't even notice it. So it's almost crazy. It's almost like it's highlighting, like, it's the shame that you put upon yourself on your mistake. And I think that's something that for all creators that are watching is like, man, just push through that thing. Be resilient and like find the solution. It will only make you better. I wouldn't be able to do that like I'm doing now if it wasn't for, like this podcast as an example, wouldn't be able to be sitting up like this if I didn't make, people gave me the opportunity to make 1 or 2 mistakes through that as well.
Yes.
100%, bro. 100%.
And if you decided to stay in the sadness or whatever, then I mean that would have been it, I guess.
You can tap out, but like maybe not for me. Which is various, like that one knows me. I've had so many like. I've been I even delved in like woodwork for, but do you remember that? I did some like sneaker boxes and stuff. Even I got involved. And I know the time and the patience you need to line something up. When it isn't lined up, you can't go further from there because it's gonna impact the design later on. So you gotta make sure this stuff is lined up. So I like that. That one you said something there about like your career. Why isn't this your full-time career? Why? Like, I mean, I know you studied for years. If you could take your salary, because I'm sure your salary helps. It's a major factor of your lifestyle you live. But if you could take your salary over and do this full-time, would you do it?
Sure. What a question. What a great question.
Money aside.
Man, I think that I honestly, I don't know. I think
it's an equal
and I'll tell you why. For me, why I would say that. And maybe when the opportunity, if you tell me, maybe then I'll be like, okay, I'll choose. But now it's like
hypothetically it's difficult.
So for me, I do the engineering, and I honestly love doing that. I love what I do. I really enjoy what I do because I believe that ever since I was 7 years old, 8 years old, I enjoyed design. I enjoyed like drawing stuff. My uncle was an architect, and I was very drawn to like this big drawing board, and I was always like really drawn to the
really
attracted to this drawing.
He's drawing to the board.
I was drawn to the drawing, and so it was. And then as I progressed, like I enjoyed like maths and science. I know people don't like maths. I enjoyed it. So for me, it was architecture or engineering. Engineering, you can do like the architecture and you can actually think like numbers. Cool. To do the engineering. So I decided already like before I started like this is like what I like to do, and I understand not everybody is in a privileged position to do that. I totally get that. So studied the whole thing, and so I'm ranting about like.
It's fine. Look here, we're gonna get into it, guys. If that one is getting it out there, this is some stuff that. There's some questions in here that I don't think I didn't plan to even ask him. But I mean, that's the point of this podcast, right? It's
see where it goes.
Let's just see where it goes.
As the spirit leads.
So
I do enjoy what I'm doing. There are parts of the job that is not enjoyable, as with any job.
Yeah.
That part being, for me, the part that's frustrating is how things are turning. So I do engineering. I'm a water engineer. I specialize in water treatment, water and wastewater treatment, and that's what I grand doing, man. And I want to really make a difference in society. But like at the end of the day, when I like retire, I at least want to say that I did like a little part to like make our water clean, man, and like help our rivers and stuff. So the part that I don't enjoy is how the economy or the world is turned this art into like a money making thing, and all of that jazz that comes with it, and procurement rules, and that's not the nice part of it.
The freedom to do what you need to do is so like funneled.
Yes, and it's they've put these layers onto the actual thing, you know. So you need to do this. You need to have a BE rating. You need to be. You have to have that, and you have to be a certain race, and you have to have a certain whatever. So they've put all these layers onto like getting projects and working on projects and employing people, and I get like that's the capitalism world that we live in.
Yeah.
Okay. So you asked me like if I had to do this full time, would I be happy? Definitely, I would be happy. Very, very happy.
You in the what do we call this? The nameless workshop.
Yeah.
In here just creating some thing after the next thing after the next thing.
Yes. But does this challenge me enough to warrant a full-time thing? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. Does my current job challenge me? Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
guys, that one is I know him for a while. He's my friend. So like I know him. He's analytical, but it's so beautiful to see like.
He's what?
You're analytical.
Analytical.
You're quite critically thought out.
Yeah.
You know. Him and his brother-in-law and other friend Wesley. Quite we'll introduce Wesley's wife. She's gonna get into the podcast as well, Kelsey. But very analytical. But I mean, the beautiful part is that the love for what he does or what he studied started in his love for creativity and making stuff.
Yes.
And that still is the core of it. And I think that's stunning to like see. Yeah. Like I hope it inspires that person out there that's like thinks that because they love science and maths, that all they need to do is become a certain thing. They are boxed. And I think what's so poisonous is that we box what creativity looks like. Like I mean we put creativity in the box of musician and painter and you know all these things that we would deem as like a photographer. Yeah. You are a creative.
So, spot on.
But in actual fact, like our day-to-day stuff is creativity, man.
And creativity is a feeling, man. It is like not to get all hectic and anything, but it's actually it's a spiritual thing. And what I mean with that is you can find creativity anywhere. You can find creativity like where you are right now. I promise you. Yeah. Just try. Like maybe next week when you start the week, say try and be intentional about looking for creativity and try to do something creative. And I can guarantee you it will start off small. For me, like reading a tender document, I can find creativity in that. Because if I look for it, it will be there. Yeah. And it will start off like that and it will start filtering into other stuff. And I think that's probably how I ended up here. The spirit of creativity starting off, and it starts from yourself, obviously. Yeah. And then it evolves, and
no, spot on. Yeah. So like myself and Darwin have a very good relationship in terms of like our relationship with God as well. So like I think it's so pivotal. I think that's where it always stems from. And like if you know your Father and if you know God, like He's always going to push you. He's the creator. I mean, He's the creator above all things. Like, and when we tap into that little bit of Him that's within us, I mean, He is us. He's within us. Yeah. And when we tap into that, I think it really like it gets to that special stuff. And exactly what Darwin was saying, that there's creativity in everything that we do. Yeah. So I like that, man. But like Darwin, talking about creating and like making pieces, what is the piece that was the most fun for you to do? Like, if he has pictures and stuff, I'll put it up as well. I'll show you guys so you can see its truth. He's made it. But what is that one piece that you remember that you actually like, they were smiling and dancing and you couldn't wait to get back? I mean, we've all had those projects where there's just something about it. But what was that piece for you?
Sure. I think for me it would probably have to be the wall bookshelf that I made for our house.
Sure.
That was a very special project, and you guys can go check it out, and maybe Chad, maybe you can just bring it up.
Yeah,
and
no,
show the guys.
I'll put it up into the panya.
So that one was very special to me because that's actually kickstarted this whole venture for me.
Oh, that's the piece we were looking for, Darwin. That's the piece. That's where it changed.
Yeah.
I actually remember that.
Yeah. So that was actually during lockdown. I spent most of lockdown. That was my flippin' vent, building that bookshelf. And during lockdown, I mean, we had to find other stuff besides like looking at our spouses and our partners, right? Because like otherwise we would have
probably kill each other.
Yeah, no, for sure. So I did that thing during lockdown, and it was very special to me. That was probably my first, I would say, proper thing that I made, and super fun, challenging in itself. I mean, I didn't have all these tools that I had here. I had to make do with what I had at the time. I think I only had like a miter saw, and I had to cut like these wide panels. So I had to do a cut on a board. Couldn't cut the whole width of the board and flip the board.
If you understand the sheer size of the shelf, I can only imagine. Like, I never even considered that, but I can imagine.
Yeah, so I had to like do this chop on a piece of wood, and I had to flip the wood over because it didn't cut all the way around, and it took a long time, but just really special to like our family, and we always wanted a bookshelf.
You walk into the house and it's the first thing you see.
We always wanted a wall bookshelf, and that's what I always wanted to build.
Amazing.
So
something you've always wanted to do, and look at it's in the front of your house. If you ever have to sell the house, will you take the shelf with you?
So if we, God willingly, we would never have to do that. But if we have to leave or move or something, I would probably take the bookshelf with, and I'll probably want to take our kitchen with.
The whole kitchen and the shelf. You're gonna sell it full. I think Switzerland style. I know in Germany you must buy the kitchens.
Probably impossible, but that would be the two material goodies that I would find difficult to leave behind.
The kitchen and the shelf. I remember the kitchen and the shelf as well. But that's cool. Is there any project that you are like itching to do? Has it been something like on your mind that you're just hoping there's someone out there that goes, Darwin, I need this. What's
Great.
that? Yeah. Is there anything like that?
That's such a good question. A large dining table. I've built tables before. This is pretty much like a table. This is a headboard actually.
Yeah. He's busy with this project.
It's a bed.
It's a bed, yeah.
Yeah, this is a queen size bed that I'm busy with, and this is actually the headboard.
Shout out Dale and Keisha.
So I would always, I really want to do a very large, like a 10-seater dining table.
Is there a specific wood you'd like to use for that project?
Any hardwood, it's fine. Maybe oak. So in terms of wood, like pine wood is generally your most economical. It's seen as a softwood.
Yeah.
Pine is seen as a softwood. It's like, because there's a lot of pine trees, so there's a lot available, and it grows locally and stuff. And it's actually
cost-wise the best option.
Yeah, and it's actually seen somewhat as an alien tree, a little bit. So they chop it down. They can chop it down.
They have no emotion to get rid of it.
Yeah, it's not like indigenous or anything. So nice big dining table. If anyone out there is looking for something, that will be great. I'd love to do that.
If you see the shelf, and I can only imagine what you do with it. So here's the thing. I'm going to put down so you can I'm gonna try this one. As you see over here, this is where you can find Darwin on Facebook, only Facebook and Instagram.
It's currently
You
on
can
Facebook.
find him on Facebook. Right over here. Darwin, what's the name of your page? Should they know?
Oh yeah, so
We have here's a name.
yeah. So it's called Wood and Soul. Wood and soul, derived from like heart and soul, but wood and soul.
Oh,
Yeah.
Christians, we such deep people.
So yeah,
the name is always got to do something with it. I love
so
it
you
though.
search Wood and Soul on Facebook. Page will pop up.
Is that the only way they can get hold of you? If there's someone that maybe not only that piece, but if there's someone that does want something bespoke, artistic, it does change the space in your house, man. Like it can turn a very mundane space into something really that you want to be in. And wood has that feel. Like I don't know if you guys I don't know if you've heard of the art of feng shui.
That's such a warm feel, you know? Sort of like a Vin Schwarz. Was it Mike? Remember when it was a V like a Von
Why don't you have a seat?
Vin Rains or
Feng Shui.
Von Sway. You have a Von Sway on.
Whatever you want to call it, where you use all the elements to create a natural, peaceful space to be in. So it's wood,
natural
water,
materials,
fire. So in fire, it could be like a light with a warm or fireplace. And wood is part of that stuff. So like, so if you're looking at like really creating a bespoke space. Is it just Facebook? Is there?
Yeah. So currently, I mean, just for the sake of time, I need to like polish up on my marketing and social media. But currently, it's just Facebook. I am currently got like quite a pipeline of projects already. Like I don't.
But if you're that table, it might bump you up.
Yeah, maybe. But no, I've really been so blessed, really, like with getting projects and work and stuff. I haven't really been needing to advertise actually.
Wow.
So it's all God. I mean, it's all just and so you can check out Wood and Soul on Facebook.
You can reach out to me as well. I'll push you towards that.
Or you can send me an email. I'm very quick on my email. I'm like always on my email. It's really bad, but so it's Chad will put it up on the screen or something, and then
I'll put it in comment section. I'll put it below as well, so you guys can find it. But that one, like, just to like finish up and close up. I mean, I say this for each podcast. The point of this is to really talk to that person that just needs to hear from someone on the other end. Like I've spoken to a variation of people that are full time into creative spaces. But here's the case of someone that is doing a full time, like it's not like Down is like, and no offense to anyone that works in like a retail store or the job isn't demanding, or like, I mean, like Down is responsible for like water coming to your house. It's nothing light, but like here's an example of somebody that can do both, man, and is really what he wants to do. So is there any advice that you could like give to that person that has a demanding job, but their heart is burning to chase something? What would you tell that person? And you can maybe talk to them, Darwin.
Guys, I would say, the saying is so cliche, but I'll start up with saying, follow your heart. And you know what your heart is saying. You know what makes your heart leap. You know what makes your heart beat faster. It's that thing that you do. And just do it. Just start doing it.
Yeah.
If it's for a thing in your house, if it is for a friend, if it is for your mom, if it's like something that you do 10 o'clock at night, just start it. There isn't a recipe for how these things start. I think these things once you start it starts molding itself, and it starts actually like driving itself. That's the best. So I would say, follow your heart. Just start doing it. Start small. Don't underestimate the small. Everything that is big today started small.
Yeah.
Everything. Apple started in a garage.
Yo.
Apple started in a garage. Think about that. Insane. I mean, I don't plan to become a billionaire or like, but if that's where it takes me, then sure, man. If it doesn't, then sure, whatever.
Yeah.
But like, I think start small, sit down, listen to your heart, follow your heart, and you can do the two together. You can do 3 things. You can do 4 things.
Yeah.
You know, if you
really want to do it.
yeah, you
Yeah.
can. You can.
Yeah.
People say they don't have time. I'm like, I said that. I said I don't have time, but like then I looked at like how much time I spend on my phone, or like how much time I spend scrolling, like 2 hours a day and 3 hours a day. Like, what can you do with that time, man?
Yeah.
So yeah,
I love that, man. I love that. That's really good. And I think just from my side to like close up and finish up, like, you know, I think today I really want to like just highlight that don't box what you deem creative, and don't box your dreams, man. Like, I think if you really think you can do it, if it's really on your heart, like Darwin said there as well, don't care what people think about it or what it is deemed. Like, really just go after it. We get one life, and I think I mentioned this in one of the other podcasts. I'm not sure if I did, but only 2% of people in this world get to actually do what their heart's desire is. 2%, man. And I think that doesn't sit well with me.
yeah,
It doesn't sit well with
too
me.
little.
Because I believe the thing that we're supposed to do is what we were created to do.
Your purpose.
The thing that's in your heart that you want to do is aligned to your purpose. So the fact that only 2% of people are like on the cusp of that or doing that, it doesn't sit well. So if I can be a part that kind of like...
And I think to add on, so what you're saying is 98% of people are doing it to survive.
Yeah.
That's why they're doing it. I mean, that's a great reason to do it, though.
Yeah.
You know, to survive and for
yeah.
money and to eat and stuff. I totally get that.
Yeah.
And like in today's economy, I mean, geez, man.
We have to, yeah.
It's not, yeah. So, but for your starting, money can't be the main.
It cannot.
The main motivator. It can't be. Yeah. So.
You know, the best currency here is happiness. Like, peace, man.
Peace.
Like, I was speaking to my cousin today, and I was telling her, like, you know, everyone is like, I'm super busy. And everyone's like, oh my word. You know, I'm like, I actually, like, the thought of waking up at 6 o'clock to go and shoot a video the thought of how tired I am has no room in how I'm feeling. And I think those are the things we need to chase as well. But yeah, Darwin, thank you for letting us into your into your workspace. We might see Darwin again. We'll see, you know, where the podcast takes us.
Yeah.
This is the last, like I said, it's the last engaging one for the series. It's the last one with a guest. I will be wrapping up, and like I said, we've handed over the frame, the picture that we saw in the last one, to Darwin. So the next time you'll see me is we'll podcast, and I'll maybe mount the frame with the picture on it. So let's see how that goes. But yeah, Darwin,
cool. Thank you very much.
I love you, my brother.
Love you too, man.
Honored to be a part of this. Honored to see you grow and turn into this person.
No, it's my privilege. Thank you very much.
Yeah. All right, guys. Keep a gangster. We'll catch you in the next one.